Hello and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be playing Nimby Rails as the second video on my YouTube channel. So I did say I was going to probably play it if I had any interesting, like, I don't know, anything interesting to talk about. And clearly I don't, but I'll probably find something interesting to talk about playing Nimby Rails. Maybe it's midnight-ish, so maybe I might be more alive. But yeah, so Nimby Rails is basically you are given a blank map of the world. Well, it's not blank, it's detailed, but there's nothing on this map apart from existing roads. So let's just zoom into London. Right, so London here. So all you've got is roads, but if we find like King's Cross, St Pancras, you'll see there's no train stations here at all. So, and the goal of the game is to, well, it's not really to reinstate all the railways. The game has no goal. You can do whatever you want. You can have a high-speed railway from London Heathrow Airport to everywhere in the world if you want to, which I did do, because I played this game way back in 2020, I think it was, roughly when the game came out, sort of. I got it back in January 2020, I think. And yeah, so I've been playing the game ever since, and I originally kept my first game from when I got it to through 1.2, 1.3, and I think up to 1.4, I don't know. But a lot of things were broken. A lot of things were broken in that. But there was an entire global network. You had London, most of the UK. You had some fake lines that didn't exist, but you know, I wasn't interested in reinstating lines at the time. And you had a line from London all the way to New York. You had a line down to Washington. What was it? Pittsburgh. And then that was to the west, and then to the east you had Prague, Vienna, Bucharest, Istanbul, Delhi, then Beijing, Pyongyang, Seoul to Tokyo. And I did have a stopping service, called a stopping service in inverted quotes, because, well, it wasn't really a stopping service. It stopped at London, Paris, you know, basically just like that, you know. London, Liel. I actually can't remember what it did now, but it stopped at quite a few European destinations and got connected in. So it basically stopped at most European capitals that were on its way to Japan, and the stopping services did all of that. And then you had a semi-express which stopped at Vienna, because Vienna for some reason had a lot of people wanting to change there. Can't remember why. I think it might have been a local network between Prague and Vienna. Must have been that or something, I don't know. But yeah, I had to have express and a semi-express service, and then I had to have an express service, which was London to Tokyo, because basically I just completely filled Tokyo up with trains. You had a metro literally running everywhere. You had Shinkansen local services taking you from, well, it was every other station. It was basically Crossrail, but about 4 times bigger. And I think my international train station was somewhere over here, I think. And when I had it, I might try and go through the pain of loading it up, because I only just stopped because it took up so much processing power. And that's just the thing of this game, it takes up so much processing power. which can get really annoying when the game is running at about, well, not even a frame a second, and just the game just wouldn't run. And it was vaguely funny trying to play the game. Like, I could play the game and keep my computer on for about a week and it would only last an hour. That's sort of how bad it was at the point. But yeah, anyway, we'll get into the game. So I don't know where I want to start really. Maybe I should start in London, I could start in Birmingham. I can start anywhere. So I think maybe if I... So I'm going to try and do every single line in the country. So if I start at the bottom and then work my way up, hopefully I'll make enough money. If not, I'll have to like do a money making thing around London and do one of the tube lines. Like just parts of the tube lines, so I can like Morden all the way up via the City of London and all the way out to Edgware. Things like that, or I could build all the local stations from Reading to Paddington, or London to Hatfield, you know, just that. Or I could build like London Liverpool Street to Abbeywood, you know, doesn't matter, I can do whatever I want. No, not Abbeywood, Shenfield, I keep getting those two mixed up, don't know why, but I do. So we'll start in Penzance. If I can find Penzance, there it is. So what we need is I have never used this feature in the game before, but I don't know how it works. But apparently, because I've used it once, but there should be something somewhere. I should enable installed mods. Options maybe? Graphics? Keyboards? Uploader? No. There should be something somewhere where it lets me go to Google Maps and look at where I'm building, maybe? I don't know, so I usually use Google Maps on my phone, and as I was doing because I didn't have any internet at the point. I'm just going to use I'm going to build lines that I know, much easier. So lines that I know are Newcastle to Leeds, roughly. Maybe. I don't know, this can probably get very boring. As I said, I need to be very chatty. But yeah, let's load up Google Maps on my phone. No, you can't. And the only reason I was wanting to load Google Maps on here is so you can see exactly what I'm looking at. But no, so yeah, we'll go for Penzance. Just keep changing my mind. So we'll go back down to Penzance. To Penzance. I want to go to Penzance for quite a while. It seems like a nice place to go. I don't think there'll be plenty much to do there, but probably good enough to spend a weekend there. Yeah, sorry, not yawning. No, I've been yawning all week. Don't know why. I'm always knackered. But yeah, it doesn't look like there's much to do in Penzance apart from go to school. Apparently, looks like that's about it. So Penzance train station is there. This is Penzance train station, isn't it? Yeah. Thing is, I think that would probably be the only interesting content about this game is cross-referencing the Google Maps. Why does it want me to build? Oh, show all kind of tracks. UK 160. Ground, please. make that 1. No, 1. So UK 160, flat ground 1. UK 160 viaduct 2. UK 160 tunnel 3. This is something I need to sort out every single game I make, which is annoying. That's tram tunnel. We do not want a tram tunnel being our preset. There we go, UK 163. Now, 200 miles an hour ground 4. 200 miles an hour viaduct 5. And tunnel 6. And then we just get rid of medium speed track because we don't want to see it. That's it. 160, 160, 160, 200, 200, 200. There we go. It should really be 201, but they've just simplified it, which is a little bit annoying because, well, sorry, because the maximum speed is actually 225 miles an hour, and it's technically 201 kilometers an hour, not 200, well, just 200. So I think if I make my standard intercity stations right, so my intercity trains out penzance, because the thing is, you've got to plan. So I'm rebuilding the lines, but not as accurate as you'd think. Because this is how I deal with the game, because I really can't be bothered with timetabling really, really annoyingly intercity services and local services to run alongside each other and not have any, well, collisions. Sort of not actual collisions, but collisions. I should really get a camera so you can see me doing quotes, collisions. But yeah, I also don't use the like trains that are exactly on there. So I just basically I simplify it to either a class 331 or a class 80. Well, the class 800 or 80X as the modders put it, because it's, well, 80 either. I think it's 1, 2, 3 and 5 or something like that. Can't remember. But we will make the standard a, so that's 1, 4, 5 cars, 6 cars, 7 cars, 8 cars, 9 cars down to Penzance, which means platforms need to be 230 metres long. Because it's good to have a bit of, like, room at the back of your platforms. So you need to make this 230 metres long. So there we go, that's Penzance, 230 metre long. Which means technically we can get, well, we can get it to just shy of 10, so you'd have a bit of a door problem at the back of the train, but it would be alright-ish. Sort of, but no. 7. 7 middle cars and 1 car either side. Which is still 641 people, which is quite a lot. Or is it actually 9 cars? I don't know. Because this goes up to 12. Do these I don't know if the cabs either side count as cars, even though they have seating on them. Just not as much as... don't know. Sure, we'll put it for 300. Because 300 will cover all trains, isn't it? 300. 300 will cover up to a 300 will cover a 9 car, so we'll make it a 360 instead. 260, sorry. 260. And we'll actually do one of the newly added features, which is curving the track. And I've sort of got the hang of this a little bit. Of curved track stations, I hate them, but, well, I love the curved track stations. But what I hate is everything around, like, of how annoying they are to actually build. So what did I say? 260. Trains 270 actually. No. Make it an 8 car. Make them 8 maximum. 716. You should not need that many people going to Penzance from any location. And as long as from Plymouth you're running a regular larger service to Plymouth from, like, London, you should be alright having a filler for Penzance. So we'll just build the line out. And even though this is like high speed, we're using 160 track because it's cheaper, and the line doesn't really go above 160 out of Penzance anyway. And you just sort of have to slow down, so there's not really much of a point to have fast running. Sorry, got a bit of a cough stuck. There we go. Right. Yeah, there's not really much of a reason to have a train running much faster than 160. And with the cost difference of this is 200 and that's an extra 50,000 per kilometre. So you say how this is like 160 from there to there. It slows down to 153. So this was 200 kilometre an hour track. The train will have to slow down to 153 and then speed back up, which isn't really practical to have the train going like that anyway. Especially if I want to actually build the line properly. Build it more central to where this guide is, because some train lines do leave a bit of a mark on the landscape, which I use to build quite a lot, so I don't need to look at Google Maps as often because it does get a bit annoying. So just build that. You can sort of see how this flattens out. I'm pretty sure this is train line. So I'm just yeah. You say you look at that and there. It's also just trying to remember the train stations along the line. Whoops. I did say about building double track, didn't I? Yes, I forgot about that actually. Let's. Right, and local trains. Oh wait, no. It's fine because Penzance, we're only accepting... Yes. Right, where's St. Erth? Oh yeah, that's St. Erth, isn't it? Rosengross. It's trying to remember these things of where train stations are, yeah. St. Erth. Yeah. Right, so this is St. Erth Station there. There you go, St. Erth Station. Right, St. Erth Station's actually quite curved, so... And what did I say the specifications for this track side needed? Station size need to be 160. And one side isn't 160 because it doesn't want to be, right. Both sides are now 160. They're not like exactly both 160 in size each, but they work. Right, and now... Oh, we've built this way too large as well. Okay, let's just take that back. So 260, so we'll take this. There you go, 260. And that process does get quite annoying when you have to do things like that. Right, and St. Erth has a bay platform for the St. Ives train, so we'll build that now, just so we don't forget later. So we have a CAF class 331, which is 71 metres long. So that means we need an 80-metre long platform. So I think if we build this at 4 metres long, put this all the way back here, and it will suitably curve out to be 80 metres long. Not really, it doesn't actually curve. We need to shorten this. 80 metres long, we'll do that. Curve the platform a little bit. Can we? Actually, let's put the platform down here. And then when that goes blue, lovely. And then shorten this back down to 80. Base size are 80. Look at how nice this is. It's actually a bay platform, so we actually don't need this. Don't need this side. There we go. Don't need that side. And now we get to build branches. Whoops. I've got to go in double track mode. Branches. It's just as simple as that to create a branch. And there we go. That is St. Erth's. That is Penzance to St. Erth complete. And actually, I shouldn't really build a double track because it doesn't need it. Because basically everything on this is really going to be so low. We're only going to need one train on it anyway, so it doesn't need to be two. Doesn't need to be two trains really. But we are going to build two trains. But we're just going to build a little passing loop. So where is our first thing? Right, so we have Leyland Saltings. Looks like it's sidings, just a little bit. So we won't have a passing here because it's basically already in the sphere of influence. So we're not even going to have the train station there because I'm cheating a little bit. It's not exact. It's just what's ideal for me is all I care about in this game, to be honest. If it's ideal, it gets done. Like that. Why have a train station at Leyland Saltings when you can just have one in Unny? I don't know. Uni, Unny, no idea. Don't know how to say that. But there we go. I love doing local lines because it just makes it seem like everything's progressing much quicker. And to be honest, a lot of these lines don't need to be double track. I can probably reasonably have a passing loop at St. Erth and leave it at that. But I'd much rather have the flexibility of being able to run two different lines down to Penzance, and they're like, even though they're out of sync, they can still access they can still go all the way down to Penzance without having to wait at St. Erth to get into Penzance Station. So it gives you that bit of flexibility. So I can have like a Great Western route and the cross country route come down. And the Great Western route obviously starts in like Paddington, and the cross country route, for the sake of simplicity, we'll start in Aberdeen, because you do have that like one train a day. No, one train on a Saturday, I think it is, from Aberdeen all the way down to Penzance. But I just like to simplify it and not running like one train down. Like just have one train on the line between Aberdeen and Penzance. I keep forgetting the name of Penzance for some reason. And then having like 50 million cross country lines, as one's going from Aberdeen, like a single train going from Aberdeen to Penzance and back, and then another one going from like Edinburgh to Plymouth and back, and then also having one from Newcastle to Plymouth, and also having one terminating Bristol and Birmingham and Bicester and all these places. No, it's not Bicester, is it? It's So it's an unusual terminus. It's like one train a day, and was it like 2 or 3 trains a day? It's not Derby, or actually no, I think it is. It's one that operates via Doncaster, I think. I'm pretty sure it's one that doesn't go and terminate somewhere else, somewhere around here. Anyway, back to building what I was building. I do get sidetracked a lot on this stuff, so you know. I don't know if it keeps the content more entertaining or less entertaining. I've got no idea. You know, if you're actually watching this, then you know, tell me what you think about this, like rambling, or just the game in general. And I can say, if you do like this kind of game, you should definitely buy it. If you do like this, like watching you play it, you'll definitely enjoy playing it, because you can do whatever you want. You know, you can build a rail line across a city. You can do whatever you want. You know, it's that good. You know, you can do whatever you want. You don't have to do what I'm doing. You can do your own thing. You know, you can run a train line from your house to your place of work if you wanted to. Yeah, why be late when you've got a train leaving just outside your house every 50 seconds? So you know you don't have to wait, and you know what I mean. Like, you can do that. It won't happen in real life, but you can pretend. Okay, we've got a problem here. Right, let's do that side, and then sometimes you do have to finagle around with these rails, because they can be a bit annoying, to say the least. So yeah, there we go. There's a Carbus base station. Looks quite nice, isn't it? It's better than what it was back in, well, like just before the last update, actually. Like the last major update, because it was just basically just bland tracks. And and concrete sides, and it was actually quite annoying. And you see these, I can't tell if these are red or orange. I'm going to say they're orange. Like these orange boxes, they let you have a train station not connected, so you're allowed to have space. But in the last update, like that was only recently added along with all these extra things. So I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, so you can actually build some train stations where the train stations are actually set slightly apart and actually run tracks down them without looking like they're going through the platforms, which is quite nice, to be honest. So, yeah, this is what Car's Bay Station looks like in my game. I actually like the look of it. It's 80 meters long. Did I check it? I can't remember. I get a bit OCD over like some of these things, and I do like it to be like exact numbers and not slightly off. So that's 80, 80, 260, 259, which is there we go, 261. Take it back a little bit. Take it back a little bit. 260. You 260 as well? No, you're 261. Let's try. And now you're 259. Straighten this out. Push it back a little bit. Straighten it out. Oh, I hate this bit of the game. Shouldn't have said anything, should I? Should just let it be what it was. But no. $260, $259. Pull it out, straighten it back. No. Because sometimes you can get it just right. Another way you can do is you can just unlock, like remove the constraint and there we go. See how slightly off they are? That sort of annoys me, but it annoys me less than the stations being out of thingy. Is there a tunnel? Yeah. Oh wait, just looked at Google Maps and Leyland's Holdings, and Leyland is an actual RT station, so we're just removing Leyland's Holdings as a station because it's not too far away from the other station, so there's no point to it really, and it doesn't really add anything. And I know I sound really bad saying that, but you know, it's Nimby Rails. I don't really care. I don't care about the people who actually live here. I'm just building a railway. It's like the thing of I know I'm digressing again, but something that annoys me a bit as well is Scarborough, Whitby and Saltburn. They're all terminus stations, but maybe you could build a bridge over here, bring it down, add some new stations, build some bridges. I'm saying this is a massive infrastructure project, and I think I did actually work out the distance that this train line would run. I think it was going to cost like £12 billion or something like that. Quite a lot of money, but actually no, I think it was actually £30 billion. I think maybe. I don't know. Railways are expensive. This saying only 21 million is vastly under thingy of how much it would actually cost to build this, because surprisingly railways are expensive, and that sort of annoys me. But you know, can't have what we want. Right, anyway, Carbis Bay, St Ives. So St Ives train station is just there. Is it just there? Right. Is it curved station? Is it not curved? That's Carbis Bay. St. Ives is straight as a ruler. And that needs to be 80 metres long. So I do like to have standardised train station lengths. I don't know why. It just sounds nice to have a standardised train station length. I don't care about this line being exact, it's just how it is. If it looks about right, it should be fine. Right, so that works. St. Ives branch complete. And now it's time to go to Truer, I think is the next one, isn't it? Falmouth. St. Ives, Falmouth. I think it is. St. Ives, Falmouth, Newquay. Then I think it's Lou. Is it Lou? Might be. Yeah, it is. Newquay, Lou. Then it's Lou to Gunners Lake, which is somewhere around here. And then it's Lou, Gunners Lake, Torquay, Exmouth, Oakhampton, Barnstaple, yeah, that's the ones all down in the peninsula. So we've got we're currently building in Cornwall, and then Cornwall's next to, what's this one called? Cornwall. No, I won't say anything about that being Cornwall. Let's say anything about this being. If I put a train station in the middle of nowhere, will it say something like East or something? Devon. Yeah, mid Devon. So there you go. That says Devon, and if I put this in the middle of nowhere, they should say like Cornwall or something. No, Wedgen. Okay, I don't really care. It's just there. Anyway. There's a lot to do in this game. I've got to say, because it'll take me ages to get past Taunton. Especially building from here and also having to contend with budgets. But in saying that, I should take out my multi-billion-dollar loans. 3 billion over 10 years, please. Let's just get lowest interest rates and lowest monthly payments, just so I can keep as much money in the now time as possible. And I'll just pay this off early, and then I can get another 3. So now we've got 8, 9, 50. So it's just 50 off 9 billion. And, you know, because that's all you're going to get, because for some reason the game starts you off with a billion loan, and instead of just letting you loan whatever you want at the start. Because to be honest, if I was to loan what I wanted at the start, I'd have loaned myself like just a couple of thousand, and gone off a really, really tight budget. Right, I don't think Hail Station is on the map, but I know it exists. Yeah, it's exactly what I thought it was. No, it isn't, because it's there, not up the other bit. Really wish I could bring Google Maps up on my computer, but I really can't be bothered Googling it now. Right, Hail Station is curved, I presume. Where's it gone? There it is. Slightly at the top. It'd be nice if I actually let unlocked thing. For telling it to keep straight. How long can I get this to go off before it needs to? Maybe. That looks about right. Now, what was it, 260? Yes, 260, so make that 244 and then connect that up to there. And just to have a increased speed, we'll get these curves a little bit better. Don't really want to drop below 100. There we go, that works. That can probably get better, but it'll do. So you go, there's Hail Station at 304 meters long. No thank you. How many meters? 20 meters shorter. And is this my desired length? No, it isn't. There we go, now it is. And just taking this out, there we go. So I think in this episode I'm just going to take the camborne. So I'm just going to title this video Penzance, St. Ives and Penzance to Camborne plus St. Ives or something like that. I know this isn't really exciting content, but you know, it's alright. Sorry about cough again. Sorry. Ugh. Terrible. Right, so I think it goes up this way. Angara? No idea. I think this goes up here because you can see this. This is a hill. So it looks like it skirts upon the hill a little bit like this. So normally what I would do is I'd build a section like this and just see how right it looks on Google Maps. So if I do that, zoom out to there, is that before the drop? Where's this drop here? Ah no, that is the drop. Yeah, so that's just before the drop, so actually this needs to... This needs to go out like this. And then... and the drop, and then this goes back up, as you can see by this little bit here. There you go. And then goes into camborne. Goes into camborne from here. I'm just gonna say, you can play Nimby rails whatever way you like. This is just how I play it. Like, I shouldn't really have to say that, should I? It just makes sense. Because, I don't know, you might think this is a terrible way to build, and if anyone wants to comment on how I build and tell me how rubbish it is, then go ahead. So, I think in the next episode I'm going to build from camborne to Truro. Still not sure how to say it. And down to Falmouth. So I'm going to try a bit of mainline and a bit of branch line per episode. Until I like run out of like mainline and branch line. Or like for something like Truro to Bodmin probably deserves its own episode. No, well, Truro to Liscard probably deserves its own episode, and then it'll be Lou, Liscard, Plymouth, and Gunners Lake as well. I'll try and find a decent length title for this, so it's not too long and stupid. So yeah. So we're just going to recheck this, and so after Angarac it goes down, back up like that, down, actually goes back up like this a bit. Perfect, lovely. Right, now we'll go to camborne and build the train station, which is literally just there. Curved it all very slightly. If it's a very slight curve, you just want to build a long length of track. Keep forgetting to tell it to not be straight. Don't take that out of context. Please. Straight conversion therapy isn't real. Or is it? Who knows? Getting controversial at like 35 minutes past midnight. Anyway. And we'll just build out like this. There we go. And we press F12. Screenshot saved. And there we go. That is the thumbnail. Nimby Rails provides really good thumbnails for itself. There we go. Now we stop recording after 50 minutes. I didn't think I spent that long rambling. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. I'm now going to take a drink because I am really thirsty. Bye. Don't forget that. Also, yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe if you have any sort of interest. I will try to make better videos than this. I'm still trying to get a hold of what my YouTube channel is actually going to be about. Anyway, yeah. Thank you for watching. Bye.